What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to The Order. We just got a vibranium mine-sized amount of new information about Marvel's Midnight Suns, courtesy of the latest developer livestream. So if you missed it, I wanted to share some of the biggest new gameplay details we learned. And let me tell you, my hype for this game somehow just got even higher. Now, before we get into the info itself, I wanted to share this fun tidbit from the livestream. During one of the combat missions, the developers deployed a team consisting of the Hunter, Captain Marvel, and Spider-Man, with Spidey being included thanks to a fan vote. This is actually one of the teams I mentioned in my previous video about ideal team comps in Midnight Suns, and it was just really cool to see this team in action right there live on stream, and my feelings on that particular comp seemed to hold true. I don't know, I just wanted to mention it because it was just really cool to me. Okay, so the first bit of info concerns the Hunter. We know the Hunter has the ability to go down a light or dark path within the story, which was described by the devs as hero or anti-hero, not really good or evil. But how does that affect the Hunter's deck, which we know contains separate branches of light, dark, and power cards? Well, the short answer is it doesn't, sort of. The Hunter will have the ability to use cards from every branch. However, your Hunter's alignment will unlock passive abilities that will reward you for playing cards within that specific branch, like we see right here with the Ivory Collar mechanic rewarding Light Hunter card plays. Regarding the Hunter's legendary cards, we do know that each branch has a legendary card that is unlocked through the story, and it may in fact be possible to obtain all three. They were pretty coy about this one, so it sounds like it's a juicy secret we'll have to find out when the game actually launches. Next detail, there's an in-game social media system called Superlink that provides further story insight and character insight and is used to further build out your relationships with the team. I mean, name another game that lets you send DMs to Tony Stark at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'll wait. We got our first proper look of what the mission table looks like, as you can see all the available operations your team can undertake. Within it, you can see the mission's difficulty level and the possible rewards, and more importantly, we can see which characters are required for that particular mission. We also saw our first look at just why the daily sparring mechanic is so important. The developers had the Hunter train with Spider-Man in the sparring area of the Abbey, which leads to this fun little photo op, and then when taking Spider-Man out into a mission, we see a really cool bonus applied to the character in the form of +3 heroism to start the mission. I mean, that's massive. So yeah, using that sparring feature before you deploy a certain character on a mission is going to be a huge part of the daily gameplay loop in Midnight Suns. You know what's also huge? Being able to pet the dog. Yeah, you can pet Charlie in the Abbey. This game is already a 10 out of 10. Gamma Coils were also shown off during a segment covering the Forge area of the Abbey. Gamma Coils are loot boxes of sort that provide you with new ability cards for your characters and are earned at the end of missions. One interesting detail is that the cards you earn will be determined by the characters you brought along on that mission. So if you're trying to find new cards or upgrade cards for certain characters, you're naturally going to have to bring that character into combat to farm ability cards for them via the coils. Next up, we saw a ton of exploration elements in the game. This is honestly so incredibly exciting to me. The Abbey isn't just a small little hub area where you go and talk to vendors and select your missions. The Abbey is fully explorable with smaller zones outside of the main building, with collectibles to find, mysteries to unlock, and even puzzles and side stories to explore. They really weren't kidding when they said that Midnight Suns is a full-blown RPG experience. You have so much to do in between missions beyond just talking to your teammates. Speaking of which, we got a little more insight into the friendship system in the game and all of the available ways you can interact with members of the team. We saw multiple dialogue options, hero requests, conversations hinting at romance between members of the team, which is spicy, light and dark options that affect your Hunter's alignment. We also saw the ability to randomly compliment a character for additional friendship points. The developers also mentioned the ability to join clubs, like actual clubs amongst the characters, like a book club, that even offers club cosmetics you and your teammates can wear to show off your affiliations. That's just such a fun little detail and adds so much depth to the relationship and story aspects of the game. Regarding cosmetics, we saw a great showcase of just how much customization there's available for the hunter. We can see literally so much insane options for both in and out of combat designs, as well as how you can go about purchasing new cosmetics with the gloss you obtain from battle and from exploring the Abbey. We also got a very brief mention of a marketplace for buying additional premium cosmetic items for your heroes, which is in reference to microtransactions in the game in the form of Eclipse credits, all of which is mentioned in the game's FAQ. So again, certain premium cosmetics will be purchasable for real money, but you'll be able to earn other great cosmetic items with in-game currency and activities. And finally, we got a big reveal during one of the combat missions. The villain Crossbones is in Midnight Suns. The Elite Hydra operative will be a thorn in the team's side who you will have to face off with multiple times, and he was described as a beast of a character and really makes me excited to see what other villains the game has in store for us. It really feels like Firaxis Games are digging around every corner of the Marvel Universe for this one, and I'm so pumped. We learned a ton of information from this last developer stream, and honestly, it somehow managed to make me even more excited about the potential of Midnight Suns to be a defining Marvel RPG experience. I've got more videos on the way breaking down more of what we saw in the combat missions, so if you like this video and are as excited about the game as I am, make sure to hit it with a like and subscribe to the channel for more Midnight Suns coverage. And make sure to drop a follow over on my Twitch channel, where I'll be streaming Midnight Suns live beginning December 2nd. I've got some fun surprises in store for the live stream, so you'll definitely want to check that out. Until next time, have a good one.